Mukulukeyo mukummulako. Obubaka bw'omukulu Keze Mugumyawo kwendiziko ne Makindye mufunye we bali kulaba Kede TV. Tugenda mu maaso ebintu tujja genda tubijja buli lwakadde kuba omukulu ebintu ne bogaluna ku lulamba binyument ebigwayo. Tugenda genda mu maaso n'ebitundu by'ebirala byayogera nga ye. Tujja kubaza bannaffe aba Media Plus okutukwatira ebifaananyi bino. Mahadi Busiba tugende mu maaso w'omukulu James Mulwana.
67 when the work was completed that they decided to come. Then we started looking for land in City Council down here. So starting building the factory, because there is no industry building then at that time. So we had to build our own industry, which took about nearly 2 years. Now in 1969, May 1st, the Prime Minister then announced what was called Common Man's Charter, nationalizing all the foreign companies. Were not allowed to have the majority shareholding. They were supposed to have 49 and local 51, trying to protect the local industry. But then the Uganda Associated Battery was owned by 55% British, but 37. But all along we are in touch, we are working together, because they were operating in 40 different countries. So I used to go to Kenya, I used to go to Thailand, I used to go to another country where they were meeting, just to give me some ideas. But we are very, until 1988, when we were able to move a little bit, when President Museveni visited the factory. But unfortunately, in 1990, or fortunately, the company which was operating in 40 different countries, battery industry became very difficult in UK, because the whole economy for battery went to Asia, South Korea, Thailand, and that part of the continent. So they sold all their companies. So I bought it in 1990. So now I own 100%. It's a family business now.
So how much is it worth now? That's approximately.
Well, it is worth something.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Because today we are producing, was held, it was formed by a very prominent, respected, and he was helping government. He was the chairman of import and export licensing, just to come and help. So a lot of input from private sector helped government to get the policy moving. So that's why I revived in 1988.
Do you think you're coming in help? How to what extent
Mulwana,
do you think you're coming in help?
Ezo enteze.
You mean the reviving? Oh, reviving. Well, I wouldn't call it.
Ezo zenteze omukulu James Mulwana zolabye. Sintemu tezikamibwa na ngalo, tebazikola ki, wabula yateekawo business gy'ogaana y'abannaggwadda. Ntezikamibwa byuma, namanya tugenda kama liito omutwalo gumu gutambula olunaku lumu.
Indirectly and directly. Indirectly, I'm saying that the policy we have put in proposals in advocacy, where government has been able to put policies which has been business friendly, which has supported my business and other businesses.
Okay, you've been 3 times nominated and the most recognized CEO of East Africa. What does this mean?
Well, it's very difficult for me to explain, but I think I was overwhelmed to be recognized. And those who nominated me, they know why they picked on me. But I believe that I've been involved in the business activities, especially in manufacturing sector.
What is it about? Can you give me a background about what?
Well, I know very well that it is a respect. You must be principled. So they must have picked me because
banga eriwera
I've been
nga
always,
omukozesa abamu kyebayitanga CEO nti kwegamba ye mukulu w'ekkolero oba kampuni yonna asembayo ku ntikko ng'era mu East Africa afunye ekitiibwa kino emirundi esatu kwegamba nga bono ga 29 2010 2011 ng'omukozesa asinze okuwa oba omuwendo eri abakozesa abalala mu East Africa mwe muli Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda n'ensi eziri awo nga Burundi. Kitegeeza abadde w'amaanyi nnyo ng'enkozesa ye ennungi ng'era bizinensi ze ziri recognized mu ggwanga lyonna ne mu East Africa oba obuvanjuba bwa Africa.
Mr. Murwana, how many businesses do you own?
I own full-time 3 businesses. One, the core business is Nice House of Plastics Limited, which is more or less a bigger company than the others because we employ over 300 people, and the turnover is slightly better than Uganda Batteries. And you know, we own the farm, which was again resources generated from Nice House of Plastic to start the other enterprises. Of course, we have another company called Jessa Investment Limited, just in property development.
So how big is your family? Can you tell me briefly about the family?
You can see my family, my wife and my 3 kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do your kids do? Can you tell me about?
Well, after graduation,
Zibadde 3 naye ng'ezikulira mu yo eya Nice House of Plastics omuli obusenya omuli ebintu byonna byogayo bya plastic, mabaafu, sowaani, bikopo, bidomola, peeni, nga zikulira zino endala mwe muli ne faamu ye saako ne Jessa nkiwa wali onyodde ku mata ga Jessa n'ogalabako business kwetambulira. Agamba tabadde family ye bw'oba ogitunulidde abaana si bangi, alina omukyala we omu n'abaana 3 kwatambulidde yadde mugaggafuga abadde n'abaana 3.
Then my daughter went to Northwestern University in Chicago.
What did they specialize? What did they qualify in business?
My son is specialized, he's an accountant by profession with the MBA. He's a financial analyst and accountant. My firstborn girl is marketing, that's what she studied. My lastborn, she's an engineer, electrical engineer, computer science.
Do they work all in your company?
All of them came back. The lastborn, after graduating in Northwestern University, she went to work for Goodyear. And for 2 years, then she came back. She has been here. She went back to Northwestern for what they call executive.
Ente z'omukulu James Mulwana ngeri gye zitambulamu olaba engeri standard kwe ziri z'e Bulaaya so si kugezaako kukola business naye nga abaana ba 3 basomera e Bulaaya, omuwala yasoma bw'ekitunzi ate omulenzi yasoma bya kubala nsimbi na kuteekateeka business.
I think we need to be trustworthy. We need to try to save whatever little we have, and we shouldn't be extravagant, because sometimes we do things which we shouldn't do at the same time. It's a big challenge. You know, Asia, since I've been associated to Thailand and that part of the continent, I've realized how they have succeeded. They are not spenders. They are really
James Mulwana agamba okutandika business mu Africa oba wonna wonna woli empagi zirina kuba 3 zolina okwesigamako. Esooka olina okuba omumalirivu, eyokubiri obwesigwa, eyokuna kwewala kwejalabya na oba okudiibuuda, eyokutano agamba nti omuntu alina okutereka tekibe kitono kitya. Ebintu ebisatu kasita obifuna business oba ogimaze n'obugagga oba bumaze.
Not only in Africa, but all over the world.
Yeah, but here most of African businesses are incapacitated by lack of access to financial services.
It is worldwide. Nobody start business with capital. Very few. There are very few. Maybe Rockefeller's grandchildren. But even Rockefeller might have started. I was in California one time. I found Robert Schuller, a preacher, a priest. He told me how he started his Crystal Church in California. He didn't have money, but he had a plan and a will. He had $500, and he ended up having a church which was over $200 million building. So he persisted, and it was done. It was not done overnight. So a period of time. It's quite impressive, that church. It is all glass. That's what he believed. Once you have a plan and you follow the plan, you will succeed. However much you start small. Because we all start, everybody started from micro, small, medium, and graduate, from multinational.
Business yonna logikola.
Do you think Africa is close?
Njirayisa kuba na capital. Kuba n'oba ne sente mmeka n'oga ngenda kukola kino naye tokiteeseteese business tosobola kugikola. Wabula oba ne plan n'oyita kye bayita goal ngenda kukola kino kirina kubeera bwe kiti. Definitely business oba ogimaze.
When we subtract about 20 years, because we have been fighting among ourselves. You know, in Africa we have been having wars, instability. It has really deterred our growth. And in process, we have lost well-educated Africans who have left and went out of the country. They are now beginning to come, and the new generation is coming. So I believe Africa has a future.
In terms of the industry, do you think, do the international community, international business people have faith in Africa that they can come and invest their money here now?
Well, we need to create that environment to be conducive, to attract them. In private sector, if we can work in partnership with our governments and bring issues which can create conducive environment for multinational to come and invest and complement our investment, well, definitely they will come. And world over now, everybody is talking about Africa, because out of 6 continents, it's only one which is still lagging behind. It is Africa. The potential of the continent is unbelievable, because resources are available on the continent. Good climate, mineral resources, arable land, all sorts of, once we are stable, if we stop killing among ourselves, you know very well that now coups are no longer the model, the military coup taking over government. So governance is coming to the continent of Africa. And it can't be done by government alone. We in private sector, we have to be able to work in partnership. And then the donors or the multinational will give us the way. And it is easy for the continent because we can learn faster from where they came from and pick up the good ideas. This morning we have just been discussing this report of the World Bank to create investment conducive. So everybody is looking at the continent, because as Ron Brown was, when he was here, late Brown, was saying the continent is about 800 million people. It's a big populace of the international community will make it.
Finally, let's look at you are the consular of the Thailand. Tell me about it. How did you get involved and what do you do?
Well, I told you that during those it is a learning process for Ugandan and myself particularly.
How do you see Uganda in the
To remain in poverty. So I wanted to succeed. I made mistakes, but my ambition is to succeed. So I've been making plans and try to follow. They haven't been successful because they are disturbed by a number of factors. But it is really hard work, being trustworthy. I always use one word. My success, I give it to a contribution of a number of people who have helped me. My staff, those, take an example, late William Kalima, who advised me. So those have made me what I am. Myself, I couldn't achieve what I have achieved. You are now helping me when you give me that kind of publicity. That is a contribution.
Ye mugenzi saawa eno omukulu James Mulwana tugezaako okuyisaamu empola mpola ebintu bye yakuyogera mu mwaka gwa 2005 ng'agwagezaako okukola gye twandise documentary atuyisizza mu bulamu bwe n'enkulaakulana naye bwe badde akumenyedde ebintu ebingi ebyenjawulo byakugambye nti nno okutereka akatono konna k'oba olinawo kikuyamba okukulaakulana obwesigwa mu business era n'agamba nti okwejalabya singa oba okikomezza kikuyamba okufuna sente z'obulungi n'obugagga obwensibo n'omanya nti nno bwe nfuna siringi 10 ne bwe nteekako siringi 5 zokka omuntu aba asobola okukulaakulana. N'avaawo n'agamba nti nno bizinensi yonna yonna bw'oba oyagala ogikola kyandibadde ng'ekintu kimu kuba na plan. Yeesibye ku kintu kimu, plan. Bw'otakola plan mu bizinensi tosobola kukulaakulana. Tetujja kusukkawo wano. Mbale n'omukulu Mahadi Buluswa mu byuma Hadija nabo Kenya webale nnyo okugezaako mu wakoze ku bintu bino. Ne bannaffe aba Media Plus omulimu mwakola mulungi nnyo abamu ku kamera kona ne businji omwami baddeyo ng'olaba namwe n'abanyumirwa program ne mbagamba nti alusinkana olunaku olw'enkya musule bulungi zigale n'oluli mu ntege.